But if he's got an alt account, that could just be one that's died. He's gearing up. He's got up into that area. Okay, he's probably just been killing himself as a freshie to get a spawn up there. Because he could have got a spawn that's Fetlow. You know what I mean? And just worked his way there. Yeah, that's the sort of area that I would have been thinking originally. Right, I didn't care where this cunt is because the wee boy fucking logged me out. I can still see. So I'm basically, so I'm no Kamensk, Berzino. Where the crane is, I'm up in the field to sort of the left of that. Yeah, I'm west of Berzino as well. But I've not got a compass, so it'd be hard fucking actually locating you. But I'm up in the field, so just in case you do see anybody, I'm wearing Mr. like police uniform. Right, where's this one? So I've got a road outside this house. I'm reckoning is the one that goes sort of west for Berzino at the crane. If that makes sense. Not that it matters about meeting up with you, such because I'm staying up this way. Yeah. Yeah, I think what wide north is. That's my fucking problem with the today compass. I'm just Berzino's on my right, so I'm taking it, I just keep running up with that on my right. Be north.
Wonder what a blaze. Let's make it two now. Right. Yeah, true.
Are you still near Dubrovka, Craig?
I'm near Sferograd and my other account. So I'm just gonna head south.
You're heading south?
After it, I'll try and find a knife, because if I don't get any rags, I'll fuck all, I'll get a knife.
One of you's got a compass.
No.
Do me a favour, look north and tell me where the moon is to you. Before you die. Yeah, so the moon should be on your right, aye. Yeah, but if you look north on your compass and then tell me where the moon is. So it's on your right. That's fine. So I can where north is roughly now. Yeah.
But as long as it's on your right hand side, is that what you're saying?
Aye, well if Ross is looking north and the moon's on his right, that means if I keep the moon on my right, because it'll be going down, if I keep the moon on my right, I'm roughly going north.
No, if you're probably left, obviously you're going south.
Yeah. Yeah. I've used I've used one star in the game as a North Star. And yeah, that's the brightest one. That's the one. So even sometimes you only just see one. That's bright. That's the North Star. And then when you get a sky full stars, it normally stands out because it's the brightest and the biggest. That's the North Star. And what was cool is that I'm not sure exactly what direction it's in, but it's got the Orion's belt as well. I noticed that. Yeah. But as I say, I can see the moon. The new so. Oh.
What, leather or normal? Can't remember it.
Yeah, I think so, aye. Yeah. Like I say, I'm struggling to see that moon now. It's I'm in the bushes, like, but it's fading out.
I'm struggling big time here, by the way. Still can't find a knife.
Are you bleeding, like, no?
No, I've got no rags though. It's only a matter of time before zombies get me.
Listen, you're no fucked until you get cut, so calm down. Fucking hell, you like the bairns. Greeting about something that's not happened yet.
You just wait. Need to be organised. Oh, box of nails.
There you go, you can nail yourself together if you start bleeding.
I've got one of Ross's dodgy food cans and all.
Yeah.
Sterilise this while using disinfectant spray in the stone kit. Is that what you mean? I thought that was a lot of shite. Yeah, true. Oh, you can disinfect the stone kit, to be fair. Yeah. No, you can't do it with duct tape or bullets or matches. No.
Must not be able to disinfect stuff that's going to need disinfected.
Disinfect
That'd be
chlorine
interesting.
tablets, but you can't disinfect tetracycline tablets. That makes no sense.
But well, aye, that's a like fucking morphine fucking thing, where chlorine's for drinking, so maybe it's like to do if you've got damaged tablets, maybe hate to clean them before you use them in the water. I think. Fuck knows. Doesn't make sense now, you're right, I'm talking shite.
It comes up saying disaffected sound kit. What should that?
Yeah, I want to kind if that works. I think
I
you
may
should.
go and just purposely fucking hit a zombie.
Yeah, I think you should. I think you should take one for the team. How else do we learn now?
What's that?
Right, I think I'm at that black lake. At least I kind of been going north, thanks to the moon. Shit, I should have fucking walked on the top of this fucking black lake, don't you think I'm walking in it? Well, I just tried to go like kind of under water, but I'm at the bottom, so I'm fucked with rocks now, so it's actually walking in it. Oh shit, oh no! Oh fuck, I snapped my leg. That was a close one. I think I've got a couple in this account.
No, I forgot any.
Maybe done it actually, I thought I did take two. Oh, guy. Ah, it seems like it's got dark again.
Oh, bastards. That's not a good sign. That means you're not going to taste anything for like 10 years. Bad times when you can't taste a curry, but you can taste a beer. You'll see your pals again next week then, Craig, eh? Yeah?
You'll see your neighbours next week.
My neighbours?
Aye, fucking Jim and Kev.
Oh, fuck. Oh, can't wait.
I'm sure they would have missed you, mate.
Just fucking same shit all the time, man.
Yeah, right.
I'd try and go in and out that shop as fast as possible. You wouldn't think that, but actually they try that.
Get in there and fucking get out of there. Right. This sweat load in here.
You back at your work this week?
Yeah, I'll be there in the morning, mate. Aye.
The mom?
No, one Tuesday.
I'll keep you right.
Aye. I've got doctors in the morning and then an appointment with a mortgage advisor.
Oh. Is this your move to Edinburgh?
Not Edinburgh, no. Halfway,
Yeah,
maybe.
Where?
Halfway.
Dunfermline.
Aye, something like that.
My geography's on point.
Yep. Not too bad, mate. I'll be there, sort of in Inverkeven, Rosyth, Dunfermline.
We could go and work for wee Brian the pedo.
Brian the pedo, aye. Trust me, once I'm finished, if I ever finish up at that shop, I'm not being a butcher for anything else, unless it's myself. Especially a fucking pedo.
Aye, that's true.
Cunt shouldn't be working, the cunt.
He's got a lot of deliveries, that guy.
Aye, children's semen. Fucking nudes. Fucking.
Send nudes. Dirty bastard.
Aye. Yeah.
Aye, I used to watch the videos all the time. Funny as fuck.
You know, see, that started in America. It was called How to Catch a Predator. You never mind watching it on the telly.
Nah.
Ah, it's fucking brilliant, mate. It was like that's set back like in the same era as Cops. That was so it was like 80s. Well, no, sorry, 90s, early 90s sort of thing. And it was similar to Cops, kind of like the typical American fucking documentary. And they done the same thing. They just had folks sitting on the internet back then, and catching folk that were like saying like they would pretend they're like wee girls or wee boys and say, "Oh, okay, I'm 11-year-old, I'm 12-year-old," and it'd be like, "Oh, say the cunts would be like, oh, so how are you on the computer? Oh, just 'cause my mummy lets me." And it's like, all right. Then they would say like, "Ah, my mummy's away out. I have to stay in the house myself." And then the predators would be like, "Ah, how long is mummy away for?" And they'd be like, a day or a night." And then they'd be like, "Oh, you ever drunk beer before?" And they're like, nah, I've never drunk beer before." Like, "Well, I can come around and we could watch a movie and we could try some beer." And then they would do this and set up and get the cunt to come to the house, but they would take the typical cunt in the suit, like the American fucking showman, and then they'd take all the police and that there, and then the cunt would turn up like fucking in his caddy or whatever and fucking go into the house. And when they sat in the house, the wee lassie would, because they would tell wee lassie there like a wee actress, and she would say, "If you just sit there, I'll be back now." And then you sit there and it's like then the fucking presenter comes in the corner, it's like, "Aye, Tony, so how did you find yourself to be in a 12-year-old's house?" And they're like, and then they always try and leave the house. And then like all these fucking all the cameramen and that come out, and it's like the cunts can't go anywhere. And then as soon as because the boys, if they want to leave, they can leave, but as soon as they leave the house, the police and everything's already there on site, and they just fucking get arrested.
That sounds quality.
You should Google it. How to Catch a Predator. That's what it's called. But it is quality. It's fucking. Because I mind saying, then why the fuck are we not doing this? This should be like a fucking a routine. That should be a fucking legit routine.
But see in Britain, everyone's a half-assed effort.
But it's not that. in Britain they've got rights. That's the fucking problem. In
Yeah.
fucking Britain, fucking pedos have got rights. Listen, a fucking dead paedophile would never fucking reoffend again. Simple as that.
That's true.
It would save us fucking a lot of money and taxpayers' fucking money. And how much it costs to keep a fucking prisoner in jail for a year?
30 grand or something.
Aye, 30 grand. You couldn't think about the fucking amount that's in there. I say if they could definitely 100% prove that that's what they've done, like all the evidence is there, then I think there should be a shout of the death penalty. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that everybody that gets convicted with it should get killed, because at the end of the day, some of these cases, it's hard. You know what I mean? It's hard. It depends if the proof's there. That kind of boy that's in jail with now, we still debate about it, but he's quite a fucking simple-minded cunt. Okay, he's a wee bit set back. He's about, I think he's about 61 or 56, 61. I think he's in his 60s, but he's got a mind of like a maybe 20-year-old or 18-year-old. No, and Scott and Craig came him better than me. Like when they were bairns, they said like fucking, he would always be out playing football and that with them, but like never in a creepy way, never ever come onto them or nothing. Used to come into the shop every day. All he was interested was fishing and smoking. Never ever seen him around a bairn. We had bairns in the shop, everything with him there. Never seen him look. There was no suspicion, but because he's a bit simple-minded, he's got and he's sick. He looks like, if I showed you a picture of him and said he beasted a bairn, you would believe it, just for the look of him, eh? But anyway, apparently I had this girlfriend years ago, and I didn't, before I came to boy, yeah, but he had this girlfriend who, she had kids, and she was a bit simple-minded like him. Anyway, they split up, blah blah blah, went on their way. The kids were like maybe 6 or 7 at the time when they went with her. When they got to about 20-year-old, I think it was, they both come out and said that when he was with the mum, he beasted them. Now, this went up to fucking court. Now, at the time, I ken every single person in the valley that came to him swore, said, nah, Davey would never do that. That's no. It's hard to tell, but anyway, we heard in the court. Apparently, because it was that long ago, they had to try and ask the boys if they can remember anything. So their story was that Davey was watching them one night or something and tried to do things with them. The mum, who apparently knew about this, never once wanted to give her evidence in court. And if that was your bairns that happened to them when they were younger, surely you'd stand up in court against the cunt that done it, eh?
You would think so.
Aye, so she didn't stand up in court. Then asked the boy things like, because it's apparently happened in Davy's mum's house. And Davy's mum's house hadn't been really decorated a lot of the years, so it was still pretty much the same as when it was when they were bairns. So they got asked things like, could you remember things about the house? And they went, yes. And they were like, well, could you remember what was on the floor? And they went, laminate. Now, I'm not being bad. Back then, which I don't know what year it would have been, but again, that's a lot of years ago. Say fucking whatever. Nobody put laminate, did it? It was always carpet. So anyway, they said laminate. There was never a laminate in the house apparently. Then they got asked about the beds, and they says, oh, it was steel framed beds. Like they're explaining like what a room looks like nowadays. Do you know what I mean? Again, they never ever had steel beds. It was always kind of old wooden, fucking solid wooden things. Just things like that. There was no evidence apparently at the end to say that that boy done it, but because there was 2 boys against 1 man, he got convicted anyway. So
That's shady as fuck.
that's what they're saying. I hear laughing at the boys. I can hang the beast and that, but I'm hearing a laugh. I don't can. But see, if you say to Scott Craigie, you'll see straight away Scott will say, Davey never done that. Davey's innocent. No, a lot of folk would say somebody's innocent, kind of on that sort of regarding being a beast, unless you really deep down didn't think. And even like all the boys, even the Raj cunts that come into work and that Ken Davey, even all of them, they all say, nah, he never done that, did he? Fuck. So, no. But what's... Yeah, well Yeah. Well, I've been... Yeah. Oh, aye. And then, but the problem is if the jury's mostly women, or something like that, they're always going to give a guilty fucking conviction. Do you know what I mean? Like I've been a part. I was in the jury, part of the jury just not long ago, and it was a domestic against a boy, and the police fucked it up that bad. They didn't get all the evidence they should have, and there was a lot of women, and they're like, "I can't think he's guilty in that." And I says, "Look, I'm not being bad. That lassie seems just as rad as fucking him. Even if he has, there's not enough evidence because the police have not done their job right. The law's fucked up. I says, it's your job to try and make sure that whatever fucking they get convicted as close as possible is the truth." But there was even folk in the jury, it was like they just wanted to do it, they just wanted to get him. So they were happy to convict the cunt. They were happy to say guilty, as if everybody said guilty, just so that they can go home. And I thought, that's pretty bad. I'm not bad. What the case is, I think I've been arrested for fucking no false accusations like that, but I've been lifted for things that hasn't been me, and I wouldn't like to think that. I would like to think if it went to court like that, that I had a fair chance. You know what I mean? Fair trial. But I wouldn't be confident. I'd be shitting myself for that reason. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like. Yeah. Yeah. That's what they do. And he'll still get convicted. He might not get convicted of all his charges, but he'll still get convicted under a sexual assault, and he'll still get put in the register and shit. So that's what I'm saying. Like, folk, I had the other day, I think if you've seen it, Craig, they've released the documents so like, for Scotland, so you can look up all the sex cunts in the sex register in your area. Right. Now Fife's got the mist, so it's something like Fife alone had 45 or something like that. Nobody's going, "Oh, that's fucking terrible." I said, "Hold on a minute, that's sexual assault. That's no beast and bairns. That's fucking somebody touching a lassie's arse in a nightclub, or fucking to rape, to everything. Okay, that's not just..." And I came boys that's been on it for simply just touching a lassie's arse on a night out and they didn't like it. So I didn't think that's fucking right. You know what I mean?
You can't, like you say, folk just tar on the same brush, but it's not like that at all.
No, see with the things that go on Facebook, nobody shares about the beast and that. I never ever share it. Never, because you never can what the script is. You don't can if they have done anything, or you know what I mean. It could be like, say I hated you, or I was a lassie and you pissed me off, and I could say anything about you and put it on Facebook and spread it as you're a beast, or you touched my bairn or something. And then imagine that shit going fucking on Facebook. You're fucked, mate. You know what I mean? I would never do that to somebody, man.
By the way, can you use a screwdriver to cut up rags, Shank?
Aye.
Hey.
Right, I'm at
Fuck that.
Belaya Polana.
Oh, you can't?
Eh?
You can't?
Yeah, fuck.
No.
You fucking can't. I know you used to be able to.
A peacock. Oh, alright, okay.
Yeah, see. Yeah, yeah. I think the only cunts that should have been fucked there is bouncers for letting her in. Then the doorman should have been the only cunts here that should have been penalised because they let an underage in. She went him one wanting it. You know what I mean? She went out intentionally to do that, so I didn't see why he got fucked for it. That's not right. And as you say, you're at a nightclub, it should be all adults. You know what I mean? You didn't see a lassie at the bar and go and speak to her. It's no, I see your ID. You know what I mean? Nah, but that's what I was saying to you. So he would be on the register then. So he would be. So say he stayed in Fife. He's one of the 45. People are like looking at going, oh, that's fucking disgusting and that. Okay, and I'm like, that's not. It's disgusting what happened to him. He got fingered. He got fingered by the law. You know what I mean? Nah, well, it depends on what you're
Depends
given.
how bad it is,
I think the boy that I ken, I think he got given a year on it or something. Oh well, that's it. You're fucked. And by the way, he about lost his job and everything, because they'd just seen that, and plus they get social workers and that here to come out then and visit their employers, and he wasn't allowed to apparently to go into, because he's a tradesman, he wasn't apparently allowed to go into folks' houses on his own and stuff like that, and that's what they were saying. Like, they could have turned around and said, well look, we hate to sack you because we can't do this, we need you to be able to go into houses. So, it was ridiculous. She should have been fucking fucked for that. Yeah. Well, it's not just that. Well, it's, thing is that when I
Oh,
went,
I 100%.
you go out to a club, you touch lass's arse, it'll not be bad. If she doesn't want it, she turns around and says, "Look, fuck off, I'm not interested." Right? Or she'll turn, yeah, or they turn around. Aye. Aye. Yeah, but even if you did, right, and if you didn't, you go to the bounce. Nah. But if you had, and she didn't want that, she could either A, turn around and tell you no to, tell you to fuck off, go to the bouncer and say this boy's fucking harassing me, the bouncer would just chuck him out. You know what I mean? Or you just can, but I guess then she just fucking, they just go and pick up the phone actually and just say, no, I went to the police. Eh? Yeah, I said, even when you say to lassies, if that was you, what you did, I'll turn around and say, well, I'll just slap the cunt in the puss and tell him to fuck off. You know what I mean? I mind I was out with my fucking my mum and that, and my auntie, and you know, fucking bashing on the dance floor, and my auntie come out to me. She was a bit shooken up a wee bit. A boy who was pissed, he was trying to get his hand up her skirt. But like my auntie's thing she done, she never went to the police, she come straight to me because I was with her. She was like, that boy there's been trying to get his hand up my skirt, sort of thing. So I went, what boy? She's like, him. So I fucking went to him. I said, hey, you fucking cunt. What do you think you're fucking playing it? He was like, oh, but he was pissed. He's like, I didn't mean it, mate. I didn't mean it. I went, you fucking do it again, I'll fucking kill you. And I think it did get to the point, he never done that again, but he tried speaking to them. But I think, because in his drunken state, he was trying to, like, buy her drinks and that, I reckon. But I just went up to the bouncer and said to fucking Stevie, I went, yeah, that cunt there's been fucking harassed my auntie. I know where his pal, right there, right, you fucking out. That was it, solved. I didn't get the boy the jail or fuck all for it, he was fucked, you know what I mean, he was burst. I'm not saying it makes it any better, but the boy's fucking poleaxed, he fucking doesn't care what he's fucking in his right mind, they shouldn't wake up and find him out here to go to jail for it. Right. well I'm up, this other character, I'm up at that Playa, so that's just east of that Dubro, so, but I've not got a compass, so I reckon if I'm going fucking what way now, I'm fucked, so I'll have to come out here, but I'm up this way. So do you want me to sign into my other account now near you? Right, right. Just for, just fucking found another barrel, boys.
No, don't tell Ross that. Oh, I just done the stitch my wound.
Hey!
It worked. I don't think it's a fucking good thing though, because see when you date your character, it goes, ah! But,
What is it do?
do you like that noise, do you?
I
Ah!
see, I didn't really care what you said there, I just wanted you to reset. Two jars of honey on me, mate. Fucking brilliant.
Jackpot.
It takes ages to eat, eh? One fucking jar of honey fucking lasts about fucking half an hour.
Probably the best thing about the update, to be honest. Fucking honey.
One jar gave me the fucking false sign. See what you want. I can see if there's anything. I can if there's anything I would notice if it's. That'll not be yours, eh? Sorry, that's bottom shit. Aye, just fucking see, mate. That's a getting light and all, so it's about fucking good timing. Well, what I can see is there's a big yellow and red checkered tent, canopy type one, and there's barrels by the looks of it behind that. So I don't know what else because I can't see. I don't know how many layers this has got, but if you've got 9 grenades and I've got 2, it's 11 grenades. What were you? 3 grenades a gate? 6 a gate. So we're only going to get through 2 gates if we're lucky. Let's hope there's no more than that. I'm going to just switch character now anyway, so it's ready. Alright.